Sharkie game here, and as you can see in front of me, I have quite a plainly boxed accessory. Now this accessory is for the PlayStation 2. On the front of the box it says PlayStation BB unit 40 GB, and there is the product code. Sony Computer Entertainment Inc. made in Japan. So all of you are wondering, what is a PlayStation BB unit? Well, I'm not really sure what the BB would stand for, but it's basically an external hard drive for the PlayStation 2. So let's go ahead and open the box, because the box really is just a plain, very kind of plain box. There's some sort of Japanese on the side, more Japanese on the back, as you can see there. This also comes with the Navigator software and also a PC network card. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the box and show you what's inside. Okay, so we have a power cable here, as you can see. AC adapter PlayStation. It's got a Japanese plug on it, a connection part. The next part of the box is you've got this little thing here. This is your PC network card. So this is Sony, PlayStation 2. Down here, I don't know if the camera can pick this up or not, it says network and hard disk. So this is where your Ethernet cable goes, and this is where the hard drive plugs into. On the bottom it says Sony network adapter, Sony Computer Entertainment Inc. and PlayStation 2, made in Japan. Alright, you'll have a whole lot of documentation as well, as you can see, and there's also discs in there for the Navigator software. Take a look at those in a second. I'll just pull the main external hard drive out itself and get rid of this box out the way. So this is it. You can see it sort of is made to look like a mini PlayStation. It's even got like a mini power LED and a hard disk indicator there as well. It's got the same sort of shape design of the PS2 console. That's the connector that plugs into the network card. On the back it says Sony hard disk drive and made in Japan. It's also got a little indicator here. It says device 0 and device 1. I'm not really sure what the switch does. Okay, so basically what you're asking now is, how does this work exactly? Well, from what I have tried to do, it does not work on a standard like power console. I think these only will actually go into a Japanese console. The reason why I say that, I'll just get this other PCI out. The reason why I say that is because this needs to be plugged into your console, and this connection here is a very specific connection. And I've looked at, because I have two PS2 consoles, and I've looked at both of mine, and neither one had that connection there. So I think it's purely a Japanese only, and it may even be for certain models of the fat PS2. I'm not really 100% sure of which ones they are, but that's the connection you sort of need to plug it into on the back of your PS2. Now in there you get basically a Navigator software version 0.2 as well as 0.1 with 2 discs, and also that one as well. So it's sort of just the Navigator software, and this what allows you can actually plug like a generic mouse and keyboard into your PS2 and then use the software to navigate your files on your hard drive, which can be, you know, like video files, game files, all kinds of stuff like that. Alright, on the manual here, and this is what explains sort of what I was just trying to do there with the Japanese only consoles, once I get past all this other stuff. Where was it? Yeah. Down here it instructs you to plug it into your PS2 like that. and you can see this little connection here. Don't really have that on my version anyway. You can read that. I don't know, it's sort of clear on the camera. I know, but it basically gives you a sort of illustrated thing there of where to connect it in. Yeah, I couldn't really figure out exactly where to plug mine in, but then I really don't think I have the right connections for it. That's why I couldn't figure it out. Because my PS2, both my PS2 are PAL consoles, so yeah, I just don't think it has that connection on it. But anyway, moving on. So the hard drive itself, when you do have the connection, you take this little network adapter, the PC card, plug it into your PS2, and have this part here, and this plugs in to there like that. So basically you have that plugged in the PS2, you have that sitting next to your PS2, and you have your Ethernet cable coming out of the extra port just there. And of course you have the power plugged in to your hard drive. Now you can either sit it upright like this, or you can put it down. It's really up to you. So as you can see, it looks pretty close to a PS2 console. It's even got, you know, the little indicators, and they will flash when this is actually powered on. It's got the Sony logo there. It's quite a nice kind of weighty thing, because it does have a 40GB hard drive in it already. I would say it's also got a fairly low limit of what kind of hard drive it could take. Yeah, because I'm not sure if this is a solid state or not. You can actually open this up and replace the hard drive. But I wouldn't say it would take more than a 200 gig or so. I don't think, maybe even not that big. I'm not really sure what the size limit that the drive can, the enclosure can support. But anyway, it's quite a cool little thing. It's quite cool if you don't want something like to plug actually internally into your PS2. You want an external drive, then this is something. But like I mentioned before, I think it's really for Japanese only PS2 consoles because of that type of connection. Unless I'm wrong and anyone else has one of these and knows if there's maybe an adapter or somewhere I've missed on my PS2 that it plugs into, then by all means leave a comment down below. But if I just show you a standard PS2 console, this is my PS2 console. As you can see, it's got the same sort of design as that one does. No, it's got standard controller ports and everything on the sides there. On the back, where it should have a port around about here, only has the expansion bay, which is where the network adapter goes into. So that's where the expansion bay goes in. So there's no other plug in. The plug doesn't fit there, it's too short. That's where the network adapter usually clips into. That's the fan, power, AV out, digital audio, and there's no other connections on this console whatsoever to plug it into. So, and this is a PAL console, so I'm thinking it's a Japanese only sort of thing. It needs to have a Japanese version of the PS2 console. But while I have my PS2 out, you can see how closely they sort of look to each other. Same sort of design, same sort of kind of frill down the sides here. So it's made to match a PS2 and look pretty good together. But anyway, that's about all I can say about this one. It's a cool accessory. It's actually quite hard to find. But yeah, definitely if you are going to go for one of these, if you see one and you want to buy one, definitely make sure it comes with this card here. If it doesn't, then that won't work, because that needs to be plugged into this. So just make sure they come together, otherwise you won't be able to use it. But that's about all I can say. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll have heaps more videos up very shortly. Thanks again for watching. I'm Sharkie Gamer.